I hate Mondays, who doesn't? But I also hate November. It's like the Thursday of the year. And I'm not a fan of Thanksgiving. I never have been. Turkey literally confines me to the toilet for more hours than I'd like to admit, but that's besides the point. Despite today being Monday, I was pretty excited to roll out of bed and work, if you even consider what I'm about to do as work. Recently, we decided to sell our pony, Price, to a child in a lesson program who really likes him and clicked with him really well. Truthfully, I think Price preferred a slower lifestyle with just one kid instead of being ridden by a bunch of random second graders every day, so it worked out. But that means we're down a pony, and being a lesson barn right next to Silverglade, who is currently packing their boxes and moving again, I know that's crazy news. It also ties into why I didn't post for almost 2 months, but and having only 2 ponies just doesn't fly, especially for group lessons. We have Charity, but the poor girl is only a dressage and beginner rider mount. She's an angel, don't get me wrong. Like, you know when you meet a really well-behaved chihuahua? That's what it's like having Charity. We have Johnny too, but I mean, Johnny's only 1 pony. He can't give 5 kids a lesson within an hour. That's not humane. I took it upon myself to investigate a little, and by investigate, I mean sit on my bum and scroll through pony listings on your course finder. I found some pretty decent ones, and I inevitably reached out to the owners. Lucky me, I'm only about 5 feet tall, and I can still fit on a pony without being heavily interrogated by Raleigh Link. Listen, I know these hips don't lie, but I promise I'm also not too heavy. I really like Italian subs, so I don't know. Either way, Shakira hips aside, 4 ponies were on my radar. Meet Strawberry Shortcake, or Shortcake for short. Too many shorts. Now listen, I know halflingers are not ponies, but they are in fact pony-sized. I feel like having a halfie is a good transitional horse to have around for kids being weaned off ponies. They're not too big, but also not too small. Now Shortcake here is only a 9-year-old mare. The most I was told was that she is an excellent hunter, quote-unquote pony, and could do very well in the mini jumpers and short stirrup. They had told me she had no vices, and usually when I hear that, I am a bit skeptical. I mean, they told me Rainley had no vices. That says a lot. Anyway, but I mean, this is a halflinger we're talking about. Probably one of the most child-friendly breeds you could ever have. So I've heard. I've never had one. I just saw that on Google. What am I doing? My ride with her would be, as you would expect, simple and laid back. There wasn't much I had to correct with her other than keeping her attention on the task at hand. A few wrong leads and maybe a wonky stride or 2, but that could also sum up to me getting 3 hours of sleep. Overall, Shortcake was a pretty good start to my pony shopping endeavor. The only thing was, her asking price was absolutely nuts. I think I failed to mention she is full halfie and came straight from a very reputable halflinger farm and breeder. Truthfully, I do not know what I was thinking when I saw her ad, but I did not expect her to be 30,000 shillings. Like, that's how much my car costs, and I have a 2021 Jonda. I do love my students. I, of course, want the best ponies for them imaginable, but I don't want to be paying off a horse until I'm in my 40s. Like, taking a loan out for a horse, that's excessive. But I am a sucker for fluffy manes and cute faces. Anyway, next pony. Lupin, aka the Professor. I am not a Harry Potter fan, to be real with you. I was a Percy Jackson and Warrior Cats kid, so this pony's name went right over my head until the owner explained it to me. It was kind of awkward and I felt really dumb. Lupin was a 12-year-old Welshie, known for his hunter and jumper capabilities, and he is so cute. I have never had a roan pony in my barn. I've always wanted a roan, I've just never really found one, and they always end up being Western horses. I don't know why. Now, this is a pony I might have been a little too big for, but it's fine, okay? Just pretend that you're not PETA and I am not too big for this pony, and it'll be a-okay. Lupin was great, he really was. We did a lot of flat work and we did a little bit of jumping. I really had nothing bad and nothing extravagant to say about Lupin, and I feel like that's kind of what I didn't want. I either wanted an exceptional pony or one that was really going to make the kids work for what they wanted. And you know, not a pony that was 30,000 shillings. I still can't get over that. Lupin's price was pretty reasonable. He was only about 8,000 shillings, which really puts into retrospect how much 30,000 is for a horse. Like, I'm sorry, I can't get over it. Like, dude, milk is $5 right now. I don't have $30,000 for a horse. Lupin was definitely on my radar though. He wasn't at the top of my list, I will say that. As much as I enjoyed working with him and as much as I enjoyed his ground manners, I really couldn't see him for anything that would be suitable at my barn. Of course, we are a hunter and jumper barn, but still, it was just like, I have 5 million ponies that can do this, and he would work better for a different lesson program. While I was there trying Lupin, the owner informed me that this was the barn that had an extra pony for me to try. His name was Domino. He was a 6-year-old gelding, and his breed was unknown. To me, he didn't even look like a pony. He kind of looked like some kind of paint and Icelandic mix. I'm not even really sure. I gotta say, I only sat on this horse for about 10 minutes before I saw that he was horribly untrained and still very much green at 6 years old. They then informed me that he is like pasture sour and buddy sour, and all he cares about is being in a pasture. And I said, why would you try to sell me this pony for a lesson program after you just let me try your angel of a pony named Lupin? And then we both had a laugh and I left. Listen, nothing against Domino. If you want his information, I can pass it on to you. He is still very much for sale, but he's gonna need a lot of work. He was definitely not what I was looking for, I will tell you that. So if you want his information, I will post it either at the end of this video or on my Instagram, which you can follow here. And I also have TikTok, if you want to follow that. Yeah. The final pony was named Myron, or Color Me Cute. He is a 10-year-old Connemara gelding, and his specialty is intro dressage and hunters. My opinion of him is pretty much the same as Strawberry Shortcake or Shortcakes. Same exact thing. Perfect, pretty much what I was looking for, but the price just knocked my socks off. I really wanted him too, because he was like such a nice mover and he was so pretty and so attentive. Like, this pony does not move like a pony. He moves like a freaking Dutch warm blood. Like, he is beautiful. I didn't really do much jumping with him because he is a dressage horse and that's what he is known for. So I did some basics, some stuff I would have my kids do in a lesson, and it was more perfect than I could have imagined. Like, he was great. As I sat upon this pony's back, I was really thinking about which pony I was gonna pick, and right now my general consensus is that I want all three. 30,000 shillings in all. Myron only ran a price about 5,000 shillings, which I was a little shocked by. It was just a little weird that Lupin was more expensive than Myron was. Not to say that Lupin was a bad pony whatsoever. He was great. He was just a very baseline pony that you see at every lesson barn. And then Myron was just this amazing mover that can do intro dressage, and he's great framed, and he's just so pretty and an awesome mover. Like, it was just strange. None of it really made sense to me why he was so cheap, especially with a good pedigree, which I double checked. So after I rode him, I asked the owner if I could just check him over and be on him one-on-one without eyes on me, so I could see his ground manners without anybody he knew around. And that's when I saw that he had 2 huge abscesses in his mouth. He was hiding it pretty well, which I couldn't really believe, but when I thought about it, as I recalled from our ride, he was really, really hollow and very, very iffy on his right lead, which is the side both of the abscesses were on in his mouth. Why they even let me ride him with those in his mouth is beyond me, because he was clearly in pain, but the fact he was hiding it so well led me to believe he's had them for a while, or he gets them repeatedly. It made me think they were just selling him off so cheap so they wouldn't have to pay the vet bill to come get these drained, which is a bit ridiculous because that does not really squander your wallet to have an abscess drained. You could do it yourself if you call a vet and ask what to do, so it was just a little strange to me. Especially because this farm had an on-site vet as well, so it was just a bit odd. I did eventually ask the owner why they let me ride a horse with abscesses in his mouth. And trust me, if I had known that this horse was in pain, I would not have gotten on him. They kind of just pushed me on and rushed me because they said another person was coming to try them, and I had to be quick. The owner didn't really know how to respond, and they just asked if I was interested or not, and if I wasn't, then I should leave. And that was a very, very terrible impression of this farm. It pulled my heartstrings a little, and I did kind of just want to buy Myron because of that fact, and because he was a great horse. So for him to listen and be that well and sound and only a little iffy when he's in that much pain, it was remarkable almost. And I felt very, very sad. So this is the decision that is weighing on me, and as I did last year when I asked which horse I should buy, I'm asking you which pony I should buy. And this is going to be a very, very big decision here. I need an answer fast, okay? You could tell me to buy all three and I will consider it. I might actually have to buy all three because, again, the farm is moving and I can't tell you why yet, I can't tell you where yet, but information will be coming soon. Just know that I need some ponies, okay? So I bid you the question, my loyal subscribers, which pony or ponies should come home with me to the new Fawn Lake Equestrian Center when it is put together? Okay, I know this was a bit rushed. I just missed filming with you guys. If you couldn't tell, I had a lot of fun talking to you and doing this a bit more chipper and jokey and sarcastic than usual, so that's how you know I missed it. Tell me what other vlogs you would like to see. I do have a lot planned for winter, and I promise I'm not just gonna up and disappear for the entire month of October like I just did. It was a lot of detail to go into, and I promise I will talk about it in my next vlog. I won't leave you high and dry. It was just a weird month, and I know I missed out on so many Halloween things. It was hectic. It was hectic, okay? Alright, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!